Dexteram Testing, alpha testing protocols and procedures for Shroud of the Avatar. Took the afternoon off between this video report and the last, and when I came back, apparently they had introduced an update that presented this lighting effect like a giant halo around your avatar. Perhaps the light coming from the placeholder map of this hex type, but then again, that's... Is it behind me? Is it in front of me? Boom, boom. There's like a little click there I never noticed before. Could be just all laggy now because of these effects. Anyways, onward. You may recall from my last video report, I was still in the middle of, well, put me all the way back there. Why didn't it give me a road? Normally it would give me a road. Uh-oh. I was in the middle of the hex by hex Overworld map overview, if you will. Overworld map overview. And this town, come back this way. Oh, I remember we were almost to the swamps. To the swamplands. Oh, I should have gone this way. I think I was about... Let's start here, because that might have been it. We were on our way there. Again, I want to really run through it. What had happened is the servers had gone down, as it happens on a regular basis during alpha. And well, didn't come back in a timely fashion for me, and I had other projects to work on, so I moved on to those projects. So I'm about half a day behind as far as the budgeted time I had for this project. But that's okay. This is an interesting weekend. The gaming guild I'm a part of, who also happens to include several members of the Dexteram Testing team, we are expanding into ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. So today is Sunday. No. Today is Saturday. We're doing it on Sunday. Okay. It's just a lot of our guys have early access and are discussing it all day long, so we start early. For example, on this one, I did an overview or review of what was going to go down on Wednesday, thinking it was going to open on Thursday, and it didn't early. But later on, what did I get up doing? Because it wasn't available, I went and worked on other projects, and by the time I came back to this, it was available again. However, because I sometimes work really long hours, I pretty much put in 20 hours that day. I think it was early Saturday, or early Friday, late Thursday, my time, when I finally got to it. Anyways, coming back, this hex is the Spider Mountain hex thing. I've already explored this one in great detail. So that's what I'm going to be doing in a bit. I still can't get around to look at my guy's fourth, or like watch the battle from this. Oh yeah, I guess I can. Like, there you go. That'll teach you. Pardon me. I did say I was in a hurry, so let me be about it. Can I get into this one? Nope. Okay, just that one. Alright, so this is the left and right pass. And then that'll be it for this one. Hopefully I can get it done faster than 30 minutes. Keep getting distracted by people. So there's another spider, rocky, craggy. There's bears and wolves back there too, but I've come to taking it the Spider Mountains. Alright. I would have expected this to be swampy land placeholders, or those other ones that had the fires, because there's a lot of rivery kind of things by the river placeholder hex. But whatever, it's alpha, so it's just a placeholder. But there is some interesting things when you zoom in on a hex. Already we've seen things like a town that has mountainous terrains all over it, all around it, I should say, but it's in the middle of a plain space, or in the or off on the edge on a beach coastline space, and that was Spidery Mountains again. Moving forward. Another placeholder. Nothing to see here. Yet. I'm going into the next one. So, if you've been watching these video reports from the beginning, then you've seen the SotA place, right? Yeah, this is the SotA map with that chest, that where I got this sword. Okay, if you've been watching this from the beginning, then you've seen that when I first begin the alpha project, I'll go in and do an initials review of the requested items to be testing. All right, so I do that first, and then when I pop in, I kind of run around and just get an initial feel for how things are. Kind of take a look around, explore just a little bit, just a couple steps here. Whoa, is that another halo effect from over there, like fog light coming through the fog, or is it just fog? I think it's just fog or mist. That's kind of cool. Kind of like that, and then, but I probably didn't notice that before. It might not have even been there before. But then I take a more detailed and lengthy, in-depth review of the environment, as I'm doing now. This is now hour 3 of hex by hex review of the Overworld map. So if you've been watching all of this, and quite frankly, I'd be surprised if you had, it's quite boring, then maybe you would be interested, or maybe a good fit for testing at the alpha level yourself. Getting involved in a project in that fashion. Something to think about. Bring this in a little bit here. Alright, is this a road piece? Oh, I think somewhere along the way here we're going to run into, yeah, there it is. We're going to run into a dungeon. So we'll get another look at that. If it's a dungeon like the one that was up in the northeast section of the map, that would be interesting. Yeah, road placeholder. Okay, that was as expected. Which way? There we go. But I expect it to be different. It's early. I only got a couple hours sleep. Trudging through the tree lines. I do like the speed difference. Through the open plains you move at normal speed, and then through these rough terrains half speed, and then if there's extremely rough terrain you move even like 1/3 speed, I think. Or it could just be my imagination. And each hex segment, depending on how populated, densely populated it is with those terrain pieces, your little Stanyard will move at normal speed up until it gets, let's say there's, let me see a good example. Like, if this mountain was just halfway over both of them, the Stanyard would move at normal, slow pace to here, then a normal pace, whoop, like that. So it might move at a normal pace and then slow pace halfway through the hex too. So it's kind of interesting that way. I like that. There will be players in your end user base that will want to be able to go from point A to point B without that delay. They'll want to just be able to. In fact, there's a lot of people that be like, I want to go here, click, click, and then like teleport over there in some fashion. Quick travel is a big deal for a lot of people. If you have too many quick travel locations, however, is that possible? Some wonder. One needn't use quick travels. I know in one of the games I'm playing for fun is has a lot of transport places, and I use them quite frequently. But then there's other times I just kind of want to run around and just run there. No particular reason. I know it'll take a little bit longer. I just feel like changing it up. I didn't know I had any windows open in the background. I apologize. I'll check that after this. Let me start from... Okay, I cycled the game without cycling the OFONN button, if you know what I mean. Just put my emphasis outside of the window and then came back to it from the start bar, or the running bar, if that's what you want to call it, and logged me back in. I had to log back in, but at least I didn't have to shut down the entire instantiation, I should say, so there's no confusion of the game, of the running application. Okay, we're all clear now. So that's where we're at, and we're going forward. Mountain spiders, mountain spiders. Mountain spiders on the beach. Whoop. We'll see. Probably. Yup. Seen that a lot. Pardon me, I was writing something down there for a moment. More mountain spider section. As we begin the arduous trek to the other coastline, to the eastern shores. So you're trying to have a little fun with it. Through the perilous mountainous path, entirely populated by mountain spiders and bears. Our intrepid heroes march over rolling hills, trudge along rolling hills, Will we never get through this? And yes, I am aware there is only one person, but there are many here, so that's what that was about. Oh, look, the words are at a different level than I do want to say again, I think that's pretty cool. How they have the map here, and then they have these faux 3D elements, which could be, I suppose, like this cell animation style. I like it, and the floating words, I like it. It's a nice overworld map. This made it a little bit more bearable, I tell you now, to do this detailed review of it. Wow. Okay, this is the same cave type, but it is not populated with the same things. Oh, what do we got here? It is some type of lizard creature. Let me just go ahead and combat that for a few moments. Is he eating me still? Yeah, he's eating me still. Am I eating him? Yeah. Or eating him, you know what I mean. Alright, so let me go take a look. Oh, I rightist inclined. No. Wasn't this a blank hallway before? I have been into this one before. Yep, because there's that egg pod thing. Still a good looking. Oh my gosh, that's right. Or no, I can get across here. Zoom out a little bit. That is some clear spring water. Doot doot doot. Uh-oh, and there's a creature in here, but well, let me deal with the one who can actually hit me first. Oh, he's got a frickin' hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer in the evening. All over this land. Hammer of danger, I think. Hammer of power. Wait, I got him backwards. Or did I even get him right at all? What is this? No! Karaoke critics are all the same. So, apparently, I have insufficient ability to destroy that singular dude. Unless, of course, it was both those guys attacking me simultaneously. Rightus inclinus. Rightus inclinus. Rightus inclinus. Whoops. That wall, aesthetically, yeah, seems a bit unnatural. Didn't take a very close look at that before. Some stretching on this. But at the same time, that's the look it's supposed to have. Yeah. It just depends on the degree of time and effort you want to put into things. Okay, so this is a whole hatchery kind of thing. Ooh, can I attack these? No. Oh. Those guys are all done. I remember their anchor points are pretty limited. Oh, a bridge. Okay, I remember here. Green. I wonder if the lighting is meant to indicate what level of the dungeon you're on. Like green, you're on the second floor. Blue, you're on the first floor. Hi, guys. Still kind of running around. That's what I thought. See, that side was what like the other side was. The other dungeon was. Okay, well, might have to come back and take it. Oh, guess who double clicked? This guy. Alright, back to it. This is going to be some slow going. SotA map. I'm thinking now out loud about some of these levels and degrees of detail I was just discussing. Bear in mind, it's completely understandable, and I would expect to see that in end product at any point anyways, because very few people, in my experience, take the time to look around their game world. There are times when I will discover something because I like looking around and checking things out, and I'll see something and I'll point it out to people in the middle of what might be an everyday instance, dungeon run, whatever, that these people have done every day for whatever purpose, daily grinding or gold or rep or whatever it may be. And because they're doing that all the time, they don't stop to take a look around. Or maybe they never did anyways. Maybe they were always running around with somebody who was so impatient that they didn't have time to do it. That kind of thing. But I encourage you, if you're watching this, and if I reach even one person, I will have succeeded. Ooh, birds. If you're watching this, take a moment to stop and take a look around at the environment around you. Maybe not these flowers, which seem to be on a rotating... What? And, okay, that's cool. Take a look around. See what you got out there. You might see something you've never seen before. In one of my previous video reports around Kingsport, there's a little cave out on the very edge of the map where there's some bones on the ground. So it looks like a little den of something, some critter type. And these little things, these little details, they should be appreciated, firstly, and more so, what's the word I'm looking for? They should be, not rewarded might be too strong of a word, but I don't even know how to describe it. But take a look around, and you'll see some, and try to take a moment to appreciate what the efforts that somebody put into it, and appreciate the aesthetics of it, if not for the person, for the item itself. Guess who double-clicked? Son of a biscuit. Let me see. Another example of such a thing is the game I'm playing with some guildmates right now for entertainment, Final Fantasy XIV. There's a port town called Alaport. Go figure. And I was running around checking things out, and I found a sewer entrance that was not... It wasn't an entrance, it was just like a manhole cap. And the level of detail around it with people... Wow, I can't double-click on this one. Can I move again? I can move again. So this is a hex I can move into, but cannot click into. Let me wrap up. The level of detail around that little manhole cover was awesome, and I haven't seen another one like it anywhere else. So those kind of things. All right. Sorry, I was thinking intently there on how I was going to describe where this hex is. So it's 6 hexes down, 6 south of Kingsport, or 3 direct south, and it's an uninterable hex. With 3 trees on it. Just 3 trees. It is 1, 2, 3. 3 east of road. And 2 west of swamp. So I will go onto the forums and see if anybody has reported that. Unlikely. And that'll be a bug report. That was interesting. Okay, I've got 3 more to go here before I can stop, but it'll be good timing because collectively it's taken about half an hour. So I'll clip those together. These together, I should say. Oh, look at that. Oh, I was going to say, it's going to do it to me again. Mountain spiders. Even though this is clearly swampland. Was I able to get up into that one? Better double check that too. Mountain spiders again. No, I cannot. So let's just go to this one. So slow, the swamps. The swampy mountain lands. Which, you know, in and of themselves could also be a report. Swamps that have mountain. Swamp hexus with mountain terrain. I'll probably, as I go through each video and put those up onto the forums, we'll know for certain. Alright, can I go down here? I cannot. So this will be the next place we start. Thanks again for watching and being entertained, I hope.